Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Long Beach, California for something a little bit different tonight for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television, the Long Beach 125. My name is Brady Hanna, and in the booth with me is Richie Coy. And Richie, we got something a little special tonight, a little road course racing on a track we've never visited with the trucks, and these guys are going to put on a show, I'm sure, here around the streets of Long Beach.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm a little bummed that I'm not out there on the racetrack to be a part of this event, but this is one of iRacing's really detailed and really cool racetracks. If you have time, you could float around here and see all kinds of crazy details here. But I think the trucks are going to be very competitive here. I think they're going to run really well here.
Yeah, we've got cars on track doing their qualifying right now, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Really unique and interesting track for sure. I enjoy the track. I've raced it in a couple different cars. Never in the trucks, never in anything stock car wise. This is going to be an interesting challenge for these guys for sure. But it is a fun little course with a lot of little unique challenges, unique corners. Racing around a fountain, you got a 180-degree hairpin at the end of the track, and there's just a lot that challenges the drivers around here.
Yeah, I was actually able to get a couple laps in here, and I thought that the hairpin was going to be an issue, but I tell you, the truck, it's barely a corner. It's pretty cool, and obviously going by a fountain when you're racing, I mean, does it get any better than that?
Yeah, for sure. It looks like our overlays are not working like they're supposed to here, so that's interesting. But we wanted to show you the race info here. Let's see if we can get those reloaded and up here to show you.
Well, I know I'm going to be challenged tonight because I don't know the name or numbers of any of the corners here.
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm familiar with the track, and I know the track, but I don't know any of the actual, I don't know, lingo of what the track is.
Let's see if we can reload this here. I don't know why it's not showing up. But yeah, it's a unique track. I mean, the straightaway is not really even a straightaway on the front there. You get that big turn, and we've heard a lot of guys talking about getting loose through there.
Now, is that considered turn one, or is turn one when you get down to the end of that?
Turn one's at the end.
Okay. So this is saying there's 11 turns here. So we can, I guess we got, we got 40 laps to figure out what corner's what tonight.
Yeah.
I know turn one is at the end of the straightaway, and turn 11, I'm assuming, is at the beginning of the straightaway.
There we go. We got our track description up there. You see the layout of the track, and there's, like I said, some unique corners. The fountain corner's always been my favorite, Richie. You can kind of go through there. You can kind of jump the curb there on the corner. Don't go through the flowers. Don't mess the flowers up. But it's just a unique corner there. Kind of cool to see the fountain right there. You got some fast sweeping corners. You got some tight corners. You got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and it's a flowing racetrack, and I like road courses that flow. And what I mean is that there's no off cambers, there's no like weird corners in the middle as you're going through. It just flows from right to left or left to right, and it's a really fun track. And yeah, there's a lot of neat places, a lot of neat corners here.
Let's go back to last week. We raced at Atlanta last week. Look at our last week results. Ryan Chapman showing up as the winner here, or actually for last week in Atlanta. Not here this week, but he's going to, he said last week in his interview he wouldn't be here this week because he's traveling, but going to try to hang on with those points he grabbed there. Simon Magin having a good run last week at Atlanta as well. A lot of good results for last week. This is a completely different beast this week. We were from 2 super speedways to a road course, to a street track even.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The first 3 races of the season is baffling to me with 2 super speedways and a road course. I can't believe I can't wait to get to a cookie cutter track.
Yeah, which next week is Auto Club, so that should be a lot of fun for the guys. But Long Beach this week, Auto Club. You look at the schedule. Then you got Vegas. You get to some of the the typical tracks after this, and then on to Darlington. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun tracks coming up for sure for these drivers. And looking at the points here for this series, again, Ryan Chapman leads the way with the points. Not here tonight though. Jonathan Atkins in second, looking to capitalize here tonight, having a good run. And of course, Britt Casey, Nicholas Moreau is going to be tough to beat. Simon Magin is one of the guys that kind of specializes on the road course. We'll see if he can show up here tonight as well.
Yeah, we got a couple guys that are going to do pretty good tonight, and a couple of guys that are going to struggle and want to get to the end of this thing pretty quickly. But I will say that Ryan Chapman has not filled out a provisional, and he's supposed to be watching us tonight. So if he's watching, don't forget to fill out your provisional.
Get that done. Get those points, man. But yeah, again, like I said, I'm looking forward. I've looked forward all week. I look forward to this track or this race because it is a unique challenge. It's a different environment to be in, and honestly, just the visuals around this track. It's just a lot of fun to race around because the crowd's right on top of you in several of these corners. But the track itself is challenging. But to be honest with you, Richie, you've got more grip around this track than you would think you would have in a truck.
Yeah, like I was not as I don't know, as excited as you were. I thought it was going to be not very good for the truck, and then I took a couple laps in it, and I'm like, whoa, this might be one of the most fun I've actually had around here in a race car. So yeah, the trucks are taken to this track, or should take to this track very well, and it's. I think there's going to be a lot of exciting racing. We got a pretty big spread from the top to the bottom in times, and I think what we're going to find is a lot of packs of guys running around this racetrack, all around this racetrack, and I think lap traffic is going to come into effect tonight.
Yeah, it could for sure. Again, no cautions really on this track except for the stage break. Tonight, the race length's 40 laps. The stage is at lap 10. Kind of a shorter stage, I would say, lap-wise, but honestly, this track's a little longer. So you're going to have some time to kind of navigate, get you some stage points. You got the caution on 10 to reset, and then you go after it. Of course, you're going to have pit stops there at the stage break probably. Maybe somebody tries to make a play and make a pit stop before the end of the stage to kind of get some track position. We'll have to see how that plays out as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see one or two guys try to flip the stage and pit before the pits close and get that track position at the beginning of the stage. That would be really cool to see some strategy like that.
Yeah, just right on board with some of these guys finishing up their qualifying times here at Long Beach.
This scenery here is just amazing. They really outdid theirs. I wish they put this much effort into every track that they do. But I mean, there's a lighthouse off in the distance. I mean, you can see the marina, but they even have the detail of a lot of the shops, and a lot of the shops that aren't even on the racetrack service. They're off like a block or two. So they really did a great job around here. I really like watching it.
We took a visual tour one night around this track, looking at different scenery options around this track. So they did access a really cool track in the game. I'm sure it's a cool track in real life as well. These guys are going to have a lot of fun seeing the challenges, and the visual cues around this track should be a lot of fun. But they are queued up and ready to go. We're going to go kick it off to our starting lineup here for the Long Beach 125. Starting on pole tonight in the number 15 Toyota, that is none other than Nicholas Moreau. He's going to lead them to green here from the pole position. On his outside is going to be the 00. That is the Chevrolet of Brett Gardner, going to start in P2. P3 is going to go to the number 30. That is Alex Murphy, another great run last week, looking for another one tonight. He's going to start in the third position. Fourth spot going to go to the 72. That is Jack Rishi, another Chevrolet. Fifth spot going to go to the 57. That is Jonathan Atkins, looking to capitalize on some points tonight. And to his outside going to be the number 27. That is Clark Ginnikin. Starting P7, the number 46, Simon Maggan in the Chevrolet there is going to start to charge forward from 7th spot. 8th spot going to go to the number 11. That is Tony Solari. 9th spot going to go to the 4. That is Chad Lang in the tied number 4 Ford. And 10th spot going to go to the 67. That is Tanner Tomasi. 11th spot for the 59 of Joshua O'Connor. And 12th going to go to the 13. That is Aaron Satcher. 13th spot to the number 20 of Martin Pinnell. And 14th going to go to the 42. That is Kyle Milliken.
Michael Blackner's going to slot into 15th in the number 22 with Brian Bliss, his teammate, in 16th in the number 8. Derek Cat will start 17th in the 29, and Michael Thwaites will start 18th in the 99. We got Marshall Johnson in the 9 starting 19th, with Chris Gore in the 89 starting 20th. Case McMullen will start 21st in the 28, with Christopher Harrison in the 87 starting 22nd. Britt Casey will start 23rd in the 88, with J.C. Evans in the 48 starting 24th. We got Shad Curran will start 25th in the 12, with Dave Nestor in the 36 starting 26th. Martin Garreau will start 27th in the 50, and starting shotgun on the field will be the number 60 of Joseph Burgess starting 28th.
We got a few start from the pits. Looks like Brian Bliss and Casey McMullen both deciding to start from pit road, so that should be interesting for sure. And plenty of cameras, plenty of camera work to be done here around Long Beach. We're going to try to bring you all the racing action here on the streets of Long Beach. Again, remember, no cautions. So you got to get going. Don't block the track. You're hoping for the best. Getting through the field here. You got a race to 10 laps for the stage, and then it's on to the end from there. So I look forward to seeing how these guys tackle the next couple of challenges they're going to face here.
Yeah, and this is the first one, getting through here side by side without having anybody run into each other.
Everybody trying to creep through there, make it the best as possible. As they come down the front stretch, they're going to see the pace car peel off side by side down the front stretch, getting ready for the green flag here at Long Beach. For the first time ever for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series, green flag flies, and we are away in racing here at Long Beach.
Yes, sir. Here we go down in turn 1, the first big braking zone. It's also a good overtaking zone right here down into turn 1.
Side by side for the lead as they go into turn 1. Nicholas Moreau on the inside, Brett Gardner on the outside, going to give him that spot as they single file out as they come to the fountain.
They may have singled out. Now they're really single filing out. This is where we're going to get a big stack up going through the fountain here as we head down into, I think, turn 4, 5, something like that.
Got a little bit of chaos through the fountain there, but everybody gets rolling and gets going once again here as they try to sort things out. You got to get spread out for the first few laps here.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks. There's a lot of trucks here, so I would want to take my time, kind of fall in the line, and then start picking them off one at a time here.
Show you our ticker here, showing you where everybody's running right now. Moreau out front, Brett Gardner in second, Alex Murphy in third, Jack Ritchie in fourth. Kind of a breakaway for the first two as they head into the I don't know what turn that is, 10, somewhere around that number.
That might be 8. I think they're in 9, and then 10, and then 11. But they've already opened up almost a 2-second lead back to third, as the top two have definitely shown in practice that they had a lot of speed, but at least they were very close on speed, so I think they're going to be together for most of the night here.
Shows everybody come through this final corner here. It's a tough corner to get through. It's tight, 180-degree corner there, and everybody looks like they're going to kind of snake through and make it to lap 1 here.
Yeah, I think that everybody has made it through lap 1 with no incidents.
Watching this battle up front, I tell you, Brett Gardner's not letting Nicholas Moreau get away. He's right on his back bumper here through the sweepers.
Yeah, they were putting up. They were swapping top time, the two of them, back and forth. So I think, like I said, they're going to battle all night long here. And one way of making a guy have a mistake is just being in his mirror.
Just putting pressure on him, and that's what Brett Gardner's doing right now, keeping Nick Moreau honest as they come off that corner down the backstretch. It's what I call the backstretch. It's a little bit of a straightaway before you get to the next couple of corners. Here comes Brett Gardner looking to the inside. Nothing there. Going to fall back in line.
Yeah, because that's a really good passing zone right there going into these, I don't know, at the end of the backstretch. Nicholas goes wide.
That's going to allow Brett Gardner to come through. Is he going to clear him? Yes, he does. Out of the hairpin to the start-finish line. Brett Gardner to the front now in the 00.
Wow, a rare mistake by Nicholas Moreau, and Brett was there to capitalize, but there's a beehive back behind all this stuff. There's just trucks as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, Alex Murphy out front in third there, Jack Ritchie fourth, Jonathan Atkinson fifth, Simon Maggon in sixth. Everybody's kind of found somewhere to ride. Now it's all about how you can pick up positions. Where can you get in there a little bit harder, maybe beat them in the breaking point,
or just wait for him to make a mistake like Brett just did.
True. Yeah, put pressure on them.
So far, so good. I don't see any stragglers. The guys made it off pit road, so I think everybody's made it through these last couple laps with no incidents.
So tight through so many of these corners. So many opportunities for a mistake around this track. It is challenging, but it can be fun when you get it figured out. We got a threesome back here. Marshall Johnson, Derek Catt, Dave Nestor all kind of packed together here. Oh, we see the 29 go around into the wall. Noses into the wall there off the corner. Just loses traction, gets loose. A little bit of damage. He's going to turn it around. They'll get it going. Once the track clears, he should be fine to get away with that.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had a little bit of damage on the front of the truck anyway, so he might have done it once or twice before. But that's one of the things that I noticed here with the trucks is that, unlike a lot of other cars on this racetrack, tires will start to go away on these trucks, and I think you're going to see a lot more of that kind of slip and sliding as we get further here into the race.
It's right on board with Nicholas Moreau. This is always a fun shot to see those guys, see what they're dealing with around this track. And gives you kind of a perspective of, oh, you see the 15 smack the wall there. Just kind of slapped it coming off the corner. Trying to chase down the 00. A little loose off the corner as well there. He's pushing hard trying to get back to him.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate with a road course. You got to race the track first before you start racing anybody else.
But we had a change for position back here as well. Jonathan Atkins gets around Jack Ritchie. Actually, Jack Ritchie starting to put pressure on Atkins there for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So Ritchie started at 4th, Atkins 5th, so...
We know Ritchie.
Jonathan's had a...
Ritchie's,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Ritchie's good on these road courses. We've seen it before. He's performed well at these road courses. I remember him at COTA last year. He was really stronger last season. Was really strong, so no surprise to see him running here in the top 5.
Yeah, and Jonathan Atkins has had a bunch of good runs. He'll tell you he's not a good road racer, but he's had a lot of good finishes here in road races lately.
He has. As a matter of fact, I think he had a good one last night. Finished 2nd in the Xfinity Series race here at FTSR. And yeah, he doesn't really brag about his road course prowess, but he can definitely sling it around these corners when he needs to.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I'm a little tired from flying in all the way from Texas to get out here to Long Branch earlier this morning to take a couple laps around here and in the broadcast tonight.
Well, at least you were halfway there. We were in Chicago. So a little bit shorter flight for you.
Yeah, but then I was in Atlanta on Monday, so it's been a heck of a week. Coast to coast, baby.
Globetrotter. Back up front, Brett Gardner continues to lead. Nicholas Moreau in 2nd, kind of stabilized there, although Nicholas Moreau's fallen back about 1 second back behind our leader, Gardner, but he's kind of settled in there. Alex Murphy continues to run 3rd and kind of pulling away from 3rd. He's kind of on the island by himself.
Yeah, he's about 6 seconds back from our leader, but he's got a little over 2 seconds back to Jonathan Atkins and Jack Ritchie there. So a lot of packs we got, a lot of pack racing we got out here.
Yeah, a lot of respectful racing too. As Thwaite just bump back here, Thwaites was able to pull over and he lets Martin Pinnell through in that 20 car. I expect Martin to be good too. Some of these guys are road course guys. And even though these aren't road course cars per se, the experience kind of transfers through.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you have to hit your marks here. You have to be very technical, and even it doesn't matter what kind of race car it's in. It's you still got to have that know-how of how to get around a road course, have to link corners from one to the other, braking zones, all that stuff pays dividends. It doesn't matter what kind of car you're in.
We saw right there with the Ford Chad Lang, actually not in the tide ride in the Buc-ee's machine this week. An outbreaking move on the 67 of Tanner Tomasi. And that's where you're going to have to make those passes into the corner like that. You can outbrake them and able to get to the inside of the car into turn 1. You saw Tanner coming out of that corner having a little bit of an issue with some rear grip.
Yeah, you're a little light with the grip here with the trucks, but That's why I said before, tires are going to be a premium, and I think everybody's going to pit on the stage.
Love watching these guys tackle these corners in different ways. Some of the guys cutting the inside of the curbing there. Some of them trying to sling the car around to get it to rotate. Just different ways to attack these corners.
Yeah, a lot of guys. I've seen a lot of guys doing the front stretch a little bit different, especially the top two. They're going straight down the first part of it, and then actually making it like an actual racetrack corner, even though it's not an official corner.
Yeah, we don't count it, but it is there for certain. I tell you, this battle for fourth will not go away. Jack Ritchie hounding the 57 of Jonathan Atkins right now. This fourth and fifth battle is the first battle we really have. The top three have kind of spaced each other out. You see Jack Ritchie slinging that car off the corner.
Yeah, that's going to tear up some tires doing the slinging, but he's not giving up. He's got Atkins in his sights, and he doesn't want him to get away. He wants that spot back.
Well, this first run of 10 laps, Richie, it's you can kind of use those tires up a little bit like that if you need to. Kind of push the issue. You only have to take them 10 laps. Yes, it may affect you a little bit, but might as well push now, see what you can learn. Now, I will say after the pit stop, after the stage break, you kind of want to take care of those tires because you have a longer run there at the end of about 28 to 30 laps. You definitely want to keep those tires under you because it will pay dividends at the end of the run. Oh, a little bit of
absolutely.
contact.
A little bit of contact.
Yeah, those guys, Atkins and Ritchie going at it. I think Atkins took out a little slower than Ritchie expected. A little bit of contact there through the 57, through the center of the corner, and but they keep going, no problem.
Yeah, and back behind him, we got Magnan and Solari in the kind of near distance there. So make one or two more mistakes, and they'll be right on you too. There's so many cars around this racetrack, trucks around this racetrack. I have no idea of where to look anymore.
Well, I'm going to look. This is the last runner right now is Shaq Curran going down the backstretch right now. Where is our leader? He's coming
He's
down
on
the
the
backstretch
too.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you're right. Within 7 laps, you're starting to get into maybe some lap cars here. You got to watch this too because if they have an issue, you have local yellows, but there are no official yellows around the track. So if something happens in front of you, you got to keep your eyes open.
Yeah, and with walls on either side of you, you really don't have a lot of viewpoints. So you may come down and hop into the corner, the right-hander into the backstretch, and there could be a mess of cars, trucks sitting there sideways in front of you, and next thing you know, you're in it.
I'll tell you what, Brett Garner's pulled a pretty good gap on Nicholas Moreau there, and it's 6 seconds between, 6.5 seconds now between first and second. But I don't think that's Nick going, or Brett going forward as much as it is Nick kind of coming back. Some of these guys behind him, Alex Murphy only, 3.5 seconds back there behind him. He's starting to fall back in his clutches. I think Nick's just in ride mode here to get to the end of the stage, possibly.
You know, the reason he was pushing it hard, but there's no reason at this point he's got enough of a gap to really push the issue and maybe have an issue.
Push the issue to have an issue. We definitely don't want to do that.
Push the issue not to have an issue. I feel like Tony over here. I don't want to throw a monkey in the wrench.
Don't want tissues for your issues.
You're crying for your whatever.
Your crying towel, go to the corner. Go to your crying corner. Tell you what, watching Tony Solari work his way around here, trying to chase down Simon Magnan in that 46. Again, Simon had a great run last week, finished 4th at Atlanta. Was up there in the points. Good start to the season for him.
Actually, Rumble Racing is usually pretty good on the road courses. Alex Murphy got a win last year, I think, in the Cup Series on a road course.
Yep.
So they always come prepared for these road courses.
Absolutely. As shown by Alex Murphy up there in 3rd as well, his teammate up in 3rd position. So I expected those guys to be strong here, and they sure are showing up here early on. Actually,
who I'm impressed with is Chad Lang in the 4
Oh,
Started
no.
ninth.
We had 57. Jonathan Atkins issuing a turn 1 into the wall. Oh, and he's got engine issues as well. He's smoking heavily, leaving the scene of the accident there. Oh, man. Let's go back and see if we can see a replay of what happened to Atkins here going into turn 1. This isn't turn 1. Let's see if we can find the actual turn 1 issue. Going down into turn 1, he was clear of Jack Ritchie there behind him. Let's see what happens. Coming down into turn 1, tries to get on the brakes. Gets in there too deep, locks it up, can't get it stopped. Oh, hard in the wall there, and that's going to cause some engine issues.
He just towed back to the pits.
It's right on board with the 57 here, going into turn 1. We're here. Just knew he got in there too deep, could not get the car turned, locks it up straight into the tires. Night done for Jonathan Atkins. While that happens, we've had our caution here for the stage. It's going to be Brett Garner taking home the stage win. Over Nicholas
Moreau.
Oh, Nicholas, he goes straight in turn 1. I'll rejoin here, but he had an issue going into turn 1 as well. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
It also looks like he's got some left front damage on his fender.
Huh.
So maybe that's why he lost a lot of his time. Is he looks like he might have had some contact with the wall.
Let's see what happens. He crosses the line here, goes into turn 1. Let's see what happens here to the 15 in Moreau. I think he just gets in there deep and goes straight instead of trying to turn, which is, Atkins tried to turn there and unfortunately had an issue, but Moreau just goes straight, gets it turned around and keeps going. Lost a couple of positions, but he's got a truck to race with.
Now I'm wondering now, are they going to give him a spot back? I don't think they will. I think they're gonna. He gets to stay there.
All right. Well, they're having to come around and find the pace car, I believe.
Yes.
Pace car's going to roll right here. They're going to stack up and come to pit road next time by. But yeah, Brett Gardner winning that stage. Nicholas Moreau's going to finish second for the stage, even though he's lost a couple positions here.
That's crazy.
That promotes Alex Murphy, though, up to second. Jack Ritchie up to third for pit stops here running at the end.
Yeah, that's a good way to get past guys is when they're off in turn 1, trying to spin their way back on the racetrack.
Trying to look and see about that damage on the 15 truck. Maybe a little bit. But that might have been off of turn 4 when he was racing with the 00. Yeah, so we're going to have a reset here. 10 laps in the book. Stage points have been awarded. We're going to get pit stops, get a reset, and go back racing here at Long Beach. What an interesting track. A couple interesting laps here coming to the end of the stage.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. One thing we didn't really mention about is how the weirdness of getting on and off of pit road here. So my first couple of times here, I couldn't find pit road because it's this little tiny slit right after the hairpin. So especially on the green, it could be very difficult to get in and out of in the pits.
Yeah, it's a little cut out in the wall. You can miss it if you're not careful, especially focusing, in green flag conditions, focusing on trying to get the power down on the exit of that corner. You kind of lose track of where that is on the inside. But here they go. They're going to come down pit road. We'll see who's able to come off pit road as benefactors here. As they're going to make that hard right-hand corner onto pit road. Hopefully everybody's able to follow everybody else in, and we don't have any issues there.
Now, the flip side of that is coming off of pit road. So this is a very unique pit road that you come down pit road, you make your service, you get to the end of pit road, and you hit the cone where you can, it's the end of pit road speed. But then you have to go all the way down to basically turn one in the outside lane before you can turn down into turn one. There's a blue line that's down there. And if you cross that blue line at any point, you get a penalty.
Yeah, you don't want to clip that yellow line or blue line. It's yellow and blue. You definitely want to stay to the right there and not have any issues as Brett Gardner's going to fire off, going to maintain the lead coming off pit road. Alex Murphy second. Nicholas Monroe is actually going to gain one position up the third spot. But yeah, you got to get single file here too, because there's no coming double file past that past the wall right there.
Right, and there it is right there. There's the blue line that turns into a yellow line. And then you got that blue cone with the blue line across. That's where you have to make it. If you cross before that, you will get a penalty, and it's very easy to do.
Yeah.
Something unique to this racetrack.
Just add one more unique thing to this track. I tell you what, though. I think after the race, I'm going to hit one of those restaurants back there behind turn one.
There's a couple of them back there for sure.
Go to the aquarium over here, make a day of it.
Well, we could also go to the marina. I bet you they got some good seafood places over by the marina.
True.
I'm telling you, I'm saying it a couple times, but the detail on this racetrack is really second to none. They really did a good job here.
There's a lot of detail to be had too. Listen, when iRacing first came out, there was a lot of talk about whether or not they could do a street circuit like this. As a matter of fact, this was a tech track for a long, long time because we weren't sure they could put the detail that is needed into the track. They were worried about running off people with their potato PCs. They figured it out. They put it together. They put it out, and it is a really good-looking track.
It is, and we compared it. I think the night that we were flying around, we actually compared it to Google Earth, and they have details on here that match completely up with what it is in real life. Oh, the 29. Just coming around the pace, the 29 almost hitting the wall and kind of checked up the field there in the hairpin.
We had an issue with the Ford Chad Lang, too. I think he lost connection. He's dropping.
Oh, no.
He's dropping through the field as well.
Looks like he manually disconnected.
Here comes the 29. I think he's getting a lucky dog. But the field is double foul.
Something must have happened to Chad because he went straight at the end of the backstretch and just completely ran into the end barrier there and blew up.
Huh. That on my thing here. Let's see what happened to Derek Kang. You're talking about the 29.
Yeah, he was at the front of the field. I thought he was getting the lucky dog, and he almost didn't make it through the hairpin. Or maybe he was a wave around.
I think he was the lucky dog because he went around the. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's still coming around the track. They're catching the end of the field. So him, Shaq Curran, Atkins. Atkins was back out there, but he's not.
Yeah, we've lost Britt Casey, Joseph Burgess, and Jonathan Atkins so far, and Chad Lang. And Chad was in the top 10. That's a shame. He was having a great run.
Yeah, it really is. All right, well, we get them re-racked and stacked back up together here again. And this is where intensity is going to pick up a little bit because this is the last restart before the end of the race. This is where you can pick up the most positions. You're going to see these guys push hard trying to make up positions here on this restart because everybody's right there together. But the question is, can you do it without causing an accident or an issue for yourself? That's going to be the tough thing. But like I said, it's so tempting to go down there and turn one. I can outbrake them just a little bit more, and the next thing you know, you end up like Jonathan Atkins, hit first into the tire barrier.
And that happens super quick. Like if your mark is, say, the 500-foot mark, and you go to 499, when you hit 499, you're gonna wreck.
Yeah, it's a thin margin for sure. As the pace car is going to peel off, we're going to get a restart here. Pace car off. The leader, Brett Garner, Alex Murphy to his inside actually for this first run to the green flag. As the green flag flies, and we are off and racing here once again at Long Beach.
Nicholas Morone, starting behind Brett Garner, had a fantastic start as he makes his way by, and he's looking to the outside here going into turn one.
Yeah, defensive move by Brett Garner to the inside. Nicholas Moreau swings out. He's going to try to swing back around. They get single file those ahead to the fountain.
Yep, they're single file. Oh man, that's some stuff going through that fountain right there. Everybody getting down to single file, doing a great job.
It is tricky for sure.
This track kind of gets you single file really quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to get those passes done quick because you end up on the fountain. You got to be single file through there. You have to. Got to get single file. Nicholas Moreau back up to second. Retakes the second position after his issue. Alex Murphy in third. Jack Ritchie in fourth. Looking at Simon Magnan here in fifth with Tony Solari in sixth right behind him.
Yeah, I saw Simon Magnan kind of scrape the wall a little bit coming through one of the sections, but it doesn't look like it's worse for Rare, and he's still pedaling down the track here.
You see Jack Ritchie get a little air there through right-hander getting up on those curbs. There's right side tires up in the air, kind of cooling them off.
So is that like running into the wet in a dirt track?
It's like running in the grass in an endurance race.
I'm just looking
Too
back
soon?
here. It's just too soon. I can't. It's so hard to track and keep a track of everybody on the racetrack at this particular point. I wish we could talk about everybody on the racetrack, but so far I think everybody's doing a fantastic job.
There's Michael Blackner up in the top 10 and 8th spot, up 7 positions so far. Martin Pinella right behind him in the number 20. There's the 27 of Clark Ginnigan in the 10th spot as well in the number 27.
Joshua Connor in 11th there. He's having a heck of a run.
He's hanging in there for sure. Tanner Tomasi back there. Lost a couple of positions on pit road, but hanging in there in the 12th spot. Got Martin Garreau back here. I expected Martin to be closer to the front in the 50 truck, but he had a poor qualifying run. Started, 27th? Up to 13th right now. So,
yeah, he's kind of knocking them down one at a time here. He's definitely got the hard charger going. Case McMullen up from 21st, and Dave Nestor right behind him up from 22nd.
Yeah, Casey McMullen started from pit road, had that caution, got a few spots, had that caution to regroup, and now he's 14th, 15th for Christopher Harrison in that Kubota number 87.
I think this is his first start of the season, Christopher Harris.
If it is, what a place to make your first start.
It can't all be like this, right?
There's Michael Thwaites in the number 99, the 38 of Dave Nestor back there. Brian Bliss also started from pit road. Some of these guys back here got regrouped after that stage break, and now kind of on the attack. Or defense, depending on where you are.
That's true, yeah. And just going off of that, we have Aaron Satcher doing a fantastic job up in 7th, right behind Tony Solari in 6th. But Michael Blackner started 15th, he's up to 8th. So a lot of guys moving up here, making their way to the front.
Well, we've seen Aaron kind of go through a development stage. He came on with the league and kind of struggled at some of the tracks and all, though. Just learning, not only learning the league, but learning the sim side of things as well. Kind of new to sim racing. And so you've seen him kind of develop over time. Now he's with
he's with JC, isn't he?
No, he's with Speed Demon. That's what Speed Demon Esports. And starting to pick up his performance as well week after week. So he had a good run at Atlanta and backing it up this week with a tough road course here, but still in the top 10, 7th spot right now.
Yeah, doing a great job. Just there's a lot of stories going on here. It is a tough racetrack, and starting in the back and making your way up to single digits is a very tough thing to do.
So Tony tried to make a move on some, and Magin there on the inside decided better and backed off there. Brought in Satchin right there with him as well. So this group kind of getting backed up behind Magin here in the 46.
So, and this is one of those tracks where you might be good at the beginning part of the racetrack and try to get all over somebody, get to the middle part, the end part, and they might just gap you enough. It can be very frustrating that you're all over them in one part and then you can't keep up with them in another.
20 of Pinnell gets around Michael Blackner, but has an issue coming out of the corner. Now they're side by side here. Now Clark Ginnikin trying to take advantage of that as well with the 27. Side by side between him and the 22 of Blackner down the backstretch.
Who's that right behind him? I think that's Joshua O'Connor right behind him. Side by side into the corner, the 27 takes it.
Clark Ginnikin up to 9th spot, Michael Blackner back to 10th. And they're backed up and stacked up here as well. I got a feeling some of these guys, oh, you see the 22 have an issue off the corner. Keeps it going though, but loses a couple positions, just tried to put that power down and stepped out on it. You see some of these guys maybe trying to take care of their tires a little bit more than others. That's going to play out at the end, but we're not going to see it right now. And I think that's causing some of these stack-ups. Maybe the 46 trying to take care of his tires a little bit here, but the 11 of Solari putting pressure on him. And we'll see how that balances out towards the end of this race.
Yeah, and it's going to be, because we still have, 20 laps to go, so we're not even really halfway yet. And so you're not going to see the tires start to really go away and that advantage showing up towards later in the run here.
We got a pass for 10th spot. No, for 9th spot. Mark Pinnell goes around. Joshua O'Connor trying to put pressure on Martin Pinnell.
I think Ginnikin just got past Pinnell in the 27.
Yes. Yeah, Ginnikin up to 8th spot. Pinnell back to 9th. Here goes O'Connor.
And he thinks better. That's the kind of stuff that makes you make it to the end of a road course, is using a little bit of discretion there.
Right on board with the 59 of O'Connor here through the last corner. It's tight there, man. You see Pinnell have a little bit of issue. I think he's pulling over to let him go. There he is. So Pinnell's going to let the 59 of O'Connor go by there, take 9th spot. Pinnell's going to fall back to 10th. And maybe Pinnell, too, is trying to save some tire here for the end of this race.
That, or maybe he's got, because it does look like he might have a little bit of damage on the left front, so maybe he's got a little bit of damage slowing his truck down, or maybe he is saving tires, saving fuel even.
My favorite part of the corner right here, favorite part of the track, is they kind of snake through by this fountain. It's just it's a rhythm kind of section. You're left, right, left, trying to snake your way through there without an issue.
Yeah, I love going down in there and hitting the brakes and trying to get the truck slowed down as you go around the fountain with enough speed to be able to get off the corner and not clip that corner, the wall on your left side as you go down to the two right-handers.
Let's right on board with Tony Solari here, still chasing that 46, Simon Magin. Does he have a run here? Does it show his nose? No, not yet. Tony being very patient here, trying to wait for the right moment to make that move as he chases that 46 of Magin.
Yeah, there's a couple of good passing spots here, but you got to set them up before you get to them so that you have enough of a run to be able to get there. Ooh, Tony.
Yeah, that was close. Mark Pinnell gives up another position to Tanner Tomasi.
Yeah, he's either got damage and he can't keep up, or he's really on a tire saving run here.
Just looking at battles around the track there. This 11 and 46 battle's pretty close. It's the closest one towards the front that we can kind of watch. Everybody else kind of spaced out. Brett Gardner continues to lead out front. And then 00's got a 2.6 second lead over the 15 and Nicholas Moreau in second. And Nicholas Moreau has a 6.2 second lead over Alex Murphy in third.
Pinnell with a spin out of the second right-hander.
He's sideways, but he gets it going. Gonna lose all those positions, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you
tons
say,
of position.
must be struggling with handling. He was kind of going backwards there and had that issue. Watching some of these trucks. Some of these trucks do have some damage. The 42 of Kyle Milliken has some damage on that right front. Kind of nursing that thing around.
A lot of walls here.
The issue with Tanner Tomasi, he's taking the off ramp. What's that? Out at the end of the backstretch, trying to get that thing turned around and going the right direction, and he does. Lost all that track position. It's going to fall to 17th.
Oh, and he was in top 10 there.
So let's see what happened to Tanner here. Going down the backstretch. Is he racing with who's that behind him? Is that the 22?
Michael Blackmore.
Yeah, he just gets in there too deep, starts scrubbing the wall, and has to abort. Luckily, instead of trying to make that turn, he just went straight and saved his truck, but he unfortunately lost a lot of track position.
And that's a very tight area to get out of.
Kind of wonder if he was watching his mirror. You know, that happens. Oh, he's in the wall again. Pretty hard right there.
Yeah, it's like I said with the front, the turn one. Same thing with the backstretch. If you go a little bit too far past your braking point, there is no coming back.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. Like I said, you start watching your mirror when somebody's right on your back bumper. You miss that braking point just a little bit, and it's disastrous. You know, you either choose to go straight and lose a lot of positions, or you do what we saw Atkins do. You try to make that corner, and it just will not turn and slow down at the same time enough, and you end up in the tire barrier.
Yeah, and there's, like I said before, there's a lot of walls around here. And what I mean by that is that you got to get close to a lot of different apexes that are right next to a wall, specifically through the fountain section right there. So it's really, really easy. Well, it looks like Kyle Milken might have an issue. Really, really easy to clip a wall here.
Right over Christopher Harrison in the 87 here. Through the fountain, sliding around that fountain, trying to chase down Mark Garone, the 50 there in front of him. Tony Solari jumping back up here. He's lost a little ground to the 46. 46 kind of pulled away from him a little bit here. So that battle's kind of died down for now.
Last time I checked on him, they were right by each other.
Just checking our leader. Gardner's still up here, circulating here. 3 seconds of clear of Nicholas Moreau in the number 15. We've got 17 laps remaining here at Long Beach. So we're around the 29 of Derek Cat there.
Just watching Kyle Milken off right before the backstretch starts. Spun it around, he's kept going.
I tell you what, the battle I got to kind of keep an eye on is this 30 of Alex Murphy starting to slide into the clutches of Jack Ritchie in the 72. This is going to be the battle for third as Jack Ritchie starts to inch in on him.
Just chipping away inch by inch, but this might come down to a tire issue. Has Jack kind of been relaxed a little bit and kept a little bit more tires, or is the 30 saving tires and that's why the 72 is catching him?
Well, I got to tell you, the 72 impressed me at COTA in the off season, our race at COTA. He kind of hung right there, kind of saved some tires, and at the end of the race, man, he just took off, you know, from everybody else and won that racing truck. So I'm sure he's saving a little something here for the end. The question is Alex Murphy doing the same, and who will prevail here for third?
Just got to keep, if you're Jack Ritchie, you just want to keep his mirror full of that yellow Tonka truck.
$16 laps left here at Long Beach 125 for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Running right now around this track. Brett Gardner, your leader right now. Nicholas Moreau in second. Alex, this is the battle for third. Alex Murphy, Jack Ritchie, third and fourth.
And it's turning into a good one. They're right on top of each other. We got Simon Magnan in fifth with Tony Solari in sixth as we continue to watch Alex Murphy and Jack Ritchie battle for the third spot as they're even catching lap traffic at this point. That's the 29 of Derek Catt. And he is right there. Jack Ritchie's right there. He might make a move going down at the end of this backstretch right here. We continue to watch. Jack Ritchie's right there. Alex Murphy trying his best to keep him at bay, and right now he's doing a great job. Just looking around still, we got Aaron Satcher still in seventh. Clark Innikin is up to is at eighth. Joshua Connor is up to ninth. Michael Blackner rounds out our top 10 with Martin Groh up to 11th from 27th with Christopher Harrison right behind him, up from 22nd to 12th. Michael Thwaites is in 13th with Martin Pinnell 14th, Case McMullen 15th.
Yeah, we just had, I think, Tanner Tomasi just had an issue, went off track here. Let's go back and look and see what happened to Tanner. Through the fountain. Spins in the fountain, up into the grass, up into the flowers. Just what I said not to do. Don't destroy the flowers.
Rip the flowers. Honestly, I didn't even know you can go up there.
Yeah, you can. You shouldn't, but you can.
It's frowned upon, but you can, I guess.
There's Brett Gardner working around the lap truck there of Dave Masters.
87 of Christopher Harrison is around and has lost a couple positions.
You see the smoke in the background there. Back to 14th. Let's go back and look and see what happened to Harrison. Let's see, gets the power down here. Does he lose it? You've seen this this corner right here be tricky right here. Try to get the power down, and it does. You just kind of spin it. Oh, right there in front of. Who was that?
That's the 99 of
Thwaites.
Thwaites, yeah.
Let's try to board with the got a little contact there. He sees it happen right in front of him. This corner right here is off camber, so it's really tricky here. You go through this corner and kind of drift there. Unfortunately, 87 locks it up right there in the groove. Nowhere for the 99 to go. It kind of pushes his way through and keeps going.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
What are you going to do?
I ain't got time to wait.
You see that damage on the 87 now. That's going to slow him down just a little bit. That left front kind of knocked in. And, of course, the right rear damage from the hit from the 99. So everybody having a little bit of struggle here and there. No struggles up front, though. The double zeros. Dean pull away. Yeah, 4 seconds now over the 15 in Moreau. Moreau actually has 11 and a half second lead over third of Alex Murphy. But this is where the battle is, Richie, between that 30 and the 72.
They've been battling real hard. Jack has tried a couple times, a couple looks, but Alex has been able to keep him at bay.
It's a hard track to pass. You got a few passing zones. Really got to set them up.
Yes. But we got Donnie Batiste out in the chat here, who's not in the 67 truck tonight. He's relinquished that seat to Tanner, and apparently Tanner's fired.
Is that what he said?
Oh, Jack Ritchie making
he's
a move.
to the inside of the 30. 30's going to fight back on the outside. The next corner is a right-hander, so he's going to have the inside lane. Are they going to give and take a little bit here? They're still going to try to do too wide through there, and that's a tough one. But Jack Ritchie gets it done. Nice job on the outside. Gets that pass completed. And you're right, they're going by Dave Nestor there, who had a front row seat if he was looking in his mirror.
A front row seat to his rearview mirror.
Yeah.
But Jack Ritchie's been looking like for that move for the last couple laps, and finally he was able to stick the nose in there. Now can he pull away as he gets loose out of the hairpin?
Well, he's only got 13 seconds to make up, so it's not that bad, right?
Well, listen, it's a spot. You know what? He's now in the top three. But now can he pull away from Alex Murphy and solidify his top three here?
If he can make up a second of the lap, he'll be right there with 12 laps remaining.
Plenty of time.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, my.
Murphy a little hot in there, right on the back bumper of the 72. Don't look back either, because you got Simon Mackin back there with Tony Solari as well. And Solari's still right there with the 46. Will not go away.
Yeah, they've been running together. They've been running together the entire race, those two.
Right on board the Full Throttle TV machine. You know, no bias.
I think he just puts it on there so we could talk about it.
Maybe, but this is kind of his bread and butter, the road course stuff. So I'd expected to see him in the top 10. Proudly sponsoring Tony Solari at a road course. The other tracks,
And we do have Tony's mom out in chat watching us, so shout out to them.
Yeah.
To her and his father. Tonight we got to go Tony. Last Monday, or was it Monday night? We got to go Ant.
Go who?
Ant for Anthony. You know, the long name of Tony.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Doing a good job hanging with Simon Maggin here. Hopefully he's not watching the broadcast because he gets flustered when he knows we're talking about him. So hopefully he's got it turned off.
Yeah, hopefully. Especially seeing that the broadcast is delayed a little bit, so we'll be talking about him like, a couple seconds after it already happened. It's the 46 and 11 are catching 2 lap cars here.
Yep, that's going to be the Dave Nestor
in the
36.
And Derek Catt in the 29. I'd expect to see 1 lap car, but 2 right there.
Derek Catt had an issue off the corner there. He's going to pull to the right and stay out of the way. Luckily, right in front of this battle for 5th and 6th. Here comes Tony Solari looking to the inside, just kind of peeking here. Get in his mirror just a little bit. Simon doesn't fall for it.
Well, we're getting close to the end, Tony. One of these times you're going to have to send it in there.
Don't say that.
He's not listening. If you know. Just checking to see if he's listening on the broadcast or not.
Back in front, Brett Gardner continues to lead 7 seconds over Nicholas Moreau in second. Jack Ritchie 12 seconds back there in third. Everybody kind of spaced out here. 4th spot for Alex Murphy. He's fallen off of Jack Ritchie a little bit, so looks like his tires may have given up the ghost a little bit right there.
Yeah, Jack did a patience game and waited till the tires started to eat up a little bit. But, yeah, we still got a battle going on here for 5th place with Simon and Tony. Oh, Tony's in the wall.
This is your battle. Yeah.
It wouldn't be an official race if Tony wasn't in the wall at some point.
Still going through here. Mark Grove and Michael Thwaites about to have a battle as well, though. Grove's kind of falling back to Thwaites in the 99. Michael's starting to close up a little bit here. Michael Flagner on an island by himself in 10th spot. Joshua O'Connor in 9th. And actually him and Aaron Satcher are going to go for a battle here. Aaron might actually just be letting him go right here. And he does. So Joshua O'Connor up to 8th. Aaron Satcher back to 9th.
Well, that was awful nice. The 15 and 99 are side by side and no longer side by side.
It'll be side by side again. Here comes the 99 looking to the inside. Diving down into the corner. Can he get it slowed down? Yes, he does. Completes the pass and moved Michael Thwaites up into the 11th spot. Martin Rowe back to 12th.
Meanwhile, the 46 and the 11 are still tailgate to nose here.
Something happened with the 59 into turn 1. He's lost that position once again to Aaron Satcher. We'll have to go back and see what happened to O'Connor there. He's having an issue again getting through the fountain. Let's go back and see what happened. At Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay for Joshua O'Connor going into turn 1. Down into the braking zone. Does he get in there too deep? No, he locks up the rear, slides sideways, and allows the 13 through. Now he's got his tires hot. He goes into the fountain right here, and you see what happens. He just
same thing.
Sideways on him again. Just locks it down, keeps it straight, but he's lost the position there. Actually going to fall into the clutches of Michael Blackner.
Welcome to Mayhem Island.
59 still struggling for handling. You can tell he's trying to cool those tires off. He's got to get those tires cool to have a shot here. Meanwhile, Aaron Satcher said thank you very much. He's taken off into the distance in 8th spot.
Aaron giveth and Aaron taketh away.
Yes.
Hey, but sometimes that's what happens. You give up a little bit of a spot to make it to the end of the race, and the race gives you something back.
Yeah. Some people call that karma. Some of them call it luck. Some of them call it divine intervention. You call it whatever you want, but it happens. It happens all the time in racing.
Absolutely, it does. You, in order to finish first, you must first finish.
Michael Schumacher.
The man.
Alex Murphy. Starting to close in. Actually, he's starting to... he's stabilized right there in 4th, actually. He's kind of on an island by himself. Simon Mackin in 5th, and of course his shadow behind him, Tony Solari in 6th. Tony the Shadow. He's got so many nicknames.
I thought he was going to maybe look at going in there. Looked like the 46 got a little bit loose down the straightaway.
Well, the trucks aren't going to get... They're not going to be easier to drive for sure as the tires wear. It's going to get harder and harder. You're going to slide around a little bit. You see the 11 kind of kicking out there off that corner. It is going to be harder and harder to hang on to. So, you see the 46 sliding off the corner there.
Simon's doing a great job. Tony's been in his mirror basically the whole race,
yep.
And he's just running his race, hitting his marks, doing a fantastic job for Rumble Racing there.
He has another solid run tonight for Rumble Racing for sure. He might be the most consistent driver so far this season. If he finishes in 4th again, that's 2 4th place finishes for Murphy.
Really? Yeah, that's a good season opener.
I'm sorry, that was Maggin in 4th last week. Still, keeping it in the
team. He's 5th this week.
Yes.
If he got 4th last week, he's 5th this week. That's still a good start.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets sideways.
Oh, he's still sideways
again.
Maybe he's going to give up the ghost to 11 of Tony Solari here. He's going to slide back behind him. Solari gets that 5th position. Simon Maggin back to 6th. Trying to hang on to those tires.
It has taken 35 laps, but Tony has finally made his way past the 46.
Yep, Murphy in 4th.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
46 was sideways again. His rear tires are not happy with him. I'm not sure that we're not done calling his name out, unfortunately. He's got to cool them rear tires down.
Well, as he comes out, the leader comes out of the last corner. Brett Gardner again leading in the 00 over a 10-second lead over Nicholas Moreau in second, with 5 laps remaining here at Long Beach.
I can't remember the last time we said that somebody had a almost 10-second lead over Nicholas Moreau on a road course. Man, Brett Gardner is doing a clinic today.
Blistering pace for sure. You got 12 cars left on the lead lap right now. Martin Garreau being that 12th and final car. So Nicholas Moreau in second. It's solidly in second too. 10 seconds ahead. He's got a 13-second lead on third, which is Jack Ritchie in the fourth, and the 72 truck. By the way, the Tonka truck, I got to tell you, man, anytime I see this Tonka truck, and some of you guys have watched racing a while will know, I think of, oh my goodness, Kenny.
Wasn't it one of the Bodines?
No.
Or Kenny Irwin?
Kenny Irwin.
Yes.
When he made his Cup debut at Richmond, driving the Tonka car, I was like, that's so awesome. And he qualified on the front row, too.
Yeah, he had a good start to his career there for sure.
Yeah, we lost a chunk of guys there in the 90s and 2000s that I wish we would have hung on to. Him, Adam Petty. Some of those guys. Well, even in the 90s and the 80s, you look at some of the guys we lost.
Dave Marcus.
I'm talking about the younger guys coming out.
Well, I mean, they're still guys.
Yeah.
We still lost them.
Davey Allison.
But yeah, it was Ken Irwin, Adam Petty, and there was one other one.
Well, I mean, you look at Davey Allison, Alan Kowicki. I mean,
Allison.
There's a couple others there that, I'd have loved to seen them go through their career and see what they could have done. They definitely had the talent and the ability there. Just unfortunately, life's cut short.
Yeah, Davey Allison was going to be he already was kind of a superstar when he passed, but he was going to have an amazing career. So was Kenny Irwin. Kenny Irwin was also a very special. He was really good as well. Adam was so young that he didn't even really get a chance yet.
Yeah, but he was making strides in the Goodies Dash series and some of the other lower series before he got there. Yeah, so. Don't.
Oh, we just brought the whole broadcast down.
Yeah, don't.
We're just reminiscing about things that could be, and Tony Solari could get his fifth here, but he's trying very hard to give it back to Simon Magnan as he got loose a bunch of times that lap.
The tire's starting to go away. Simon trying hard to chase him back down too. He's pushing hard to get back there.
We're down to 3 laps to go as Brett Gardner makes his way past Martin Garreau, putting the 12th place car a lap down.
Right on board with the 46. Simon Magnan trying to chase down the 11 of Solari and get that position back he lost. Got those tires cooled down and charged back up to him. Oh, he's sideways again coming off the last corner.
Yeah, it took 35 laps for Tony to get by him, and right now it might take only 3 or 4 for him to get back. But right now he's got a bit of a gap back to Simon coming down the front straight.
Ooh, so close there coming through turn 1. I mean, you're close to the wall in a lot of these corners.
Yes, you are. And that you can tell that by a lot of the damage on a lot of these trucks.
Battles up front, though. This is your battle, your closest battle towards the front, as Jack Ritchie's gotten by and pulled away from Alex Murphy, now 6 seconds.
He's mired in lap traffic. He's behind Tanner Tomasi there, trying to put him a lap down. Tanner's in the wall in front of him.
Kind of hard to the outside wall in that corner there to get it back rolling, but a lot of damage on that 67.
Just looking back through, and yeah, I think the 99 in the back of the 36 there. But not a lot of positions up for grabs right now.
They're just going to let him through there. The 99 goes by the lap truck. Michael Thwaites right outside the top 10. Michael Blackner snuck into the top 10 now. 10th spot for the 22. And then Joshua O'Connor in 9th. Aaron Satcher up there in 8th. Just letting some of the cars by right there. I'll tell you, this battle for 4th and 5th. Or sorry, 5th and 6th. I thought would shape up, but Maggins dropped off just a little bit on the 11 of Solari. So everybody kind of riding around now, trying to finish this one off. Because we only have 2 laps remaining.
Time's flying by here. I know guys are over here probably sweating themselves to death.
There's the white flag. 1 lap left for our leaders. Brett Gardner out front with a 14-second lead over Nicholas Moreau in second. And he is by far and away been the best truck so far here tonight as he works his way for the last turn, for the last time around the fountain.
Just less than a lap to go. He could just basically cruise. He doesn't even have to really even do anything. He could cruise to the victory at this point.
Absolutely.
I was just watching the battle back there for 15th between Tanner Tomasi and J.C. Evans, and J.C. Evans was able to make his way past for 15th.
Yeah, heavy damage on Tomasi there after that contact with the wall. Brett Gardner I think he's trying to get to 11th spot, wants to put all but the top 10 a lap down, but he's going to have a hard time getting there. Michael Thwaites doing a pretty good job staying out in front of your leader right now through the last sequence of corners here. Right, left, and a hard 180-degree turn right is all it stands between Brett Gardner and the checkered flag through the last corner for the final time. To the start-finish line, it's going to be the Brett Gardner show here tonight at Long Beach. Brett Gardner is going to win the Long Beach 125.
Well, he's done something that nobody else has done, and that's win a race here at Long Beach in the trucks.
That's right. First time visiting, first time winner. Brett Gardner gets it done here tonight at Long Beach.
Well, let's not count his chickens because he's done. There's a whole bunch of racing still going on behind him.
Watch it going back through the field here. Nicholas Moreau crosses the line. Jack Ritchie going to finish in 3rd there. Solid finish for the 72 Tonka truck. He's going to get it done here. Alex Murphy going to hold on to 4th. See Tony Solari sliding it down the last corner, but he's going to hang on to that 5th and final top 5 position. So Solari with a 5th place finish. Simon Maggan going to finish in 8th spot, or 6th spot. I don't know where I got 8th from.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, how'd you go from 5th to 8th?
I don't know.
Is that new math?
Yeah.
Or are you just trying not to say 6, 7?
Yeah, skip 7. 7th spot for Clark Gettigan, 8th for, we got a battle for 8th. Aaron Satcher going to hang on, though, as Joshua O'Connor tries to put power down, can't do it. Joshua O'Connor is going to finish 9th, but Aaron Satcher going to hold on to the 8th position, and it's going to be a 10th place finish for Michael Blackner.
Man, Joshua tried everything in that last corner to get that position. What a great job by those two.
But your winner tonight, the 00 Brett Gardner, gets it done here for Barbecue Motorsports. Their first win for the team and first win for Brett Gardner here at FTSR. So we'll see him come down to the front stretch here. He's going to burn it down. I'm sure he's going to be excited about this win here tonight.
Yeah, he definitely put on a clinic, and rightfully so. They had a great race. They had a great setup. Burn them down. See, actually, he is. He's burned down the whole front stretch.
Yep. He had plenty of tire left.
Well, it kind of looks like how you normally go down this with the truck.
Sideways.
Sideways.
For sure. It goes to the 72, congratulating him through there. So let's look at our results here for the Long Beach 125. In the books, first race here for the Truck Series. Brett Gardner getting it done, the 00 Chevrolet. Going to take on the checkered flag here tonight. Second place for the 15 of Nicholas Moreau and the Toyota. Starting from pole, finished second. Solid night for him. Good points night for him as well. Jack Ritchie going to finish off in 3rd position in the number 72. It's going to be 4th place for Alex Murphy. in his Chevrolet. Tony Solari bringing it home in 5th position. 6th spot for the 46 is Simon Magan. 7th spot for Clark Ginnikin in the number 27. 8th spot going to go to the number 13 of Aaron Satcher. 9th spot, the 59 of Joshua O'Connor, getting it down there for a top 10. And, of course, Michael Blackner coming in 10th position in the number 22. 11th spot for Michael Thwaites. Good run for him in the 99, up 7 spots from where he started. Martin Garreau from the rear, after a poor qualifying position, comes home in 12th spot. Good run for the 50 truck. 13th is going to go to the 87 of Chris Harrison. And 14th to the 28, that is Casey McMullen.
15th spot, we have J.C. Evans in the 48, followed by Tanner Tomasi in the 67 and 16th spot. Kyle Milliken in the 42 finishes 17th, with Brian Bliss in 18th in the number 8. The 36 of Dade Nestor will finish 19th, and the 12 of Shad Kern rounds out our top 20. Derek Catt in the 29 finishes 21st, and the 20 of Martin Pinnell finishes 22nd. Marshall Johnson in the 9 will come home 23rd, with Chris Gore in the 89 and 24th. The 4 of Chad Lang finishes 25th, with Johnson Atkins having that early incident with his wreck going into 1. Finishes 26th, with Joseph Burgess actually making up 1 spot to finish 1 better than his starting spot. He finishes 27th, and then Bert Casey had connection issues and will finish in 28th position.
Well, our first foray into Long Beach is complete here. It's Brett Casey getting it done, or Brett Gardner getting it done. Sorry, and we'll talk to him and the top 3 after a quick commercial break. We'll see what they have to say about this this trip around Long Beach for the first time. So we'll do all that on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Long Beach, finishing up the Long Beach 125 for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. We're going to kick it over to our post-race show presented by Sim Racing Points and talk to our top 3 finishers and see what they have to say about tonight's race. We're going to start with our 3rd place finisher, which will be Jack Ritchie. Jack, man, congratulations on your 3rd place finish tonight. A unique track, a unique challenge for these truckers for sure. But it had to be a fun foray out there for a street course for these trucks.
Yeah, I'd never really driven anything like that.
with the trucks. Usually it's just a road course or an oval, right? And we show up here to a track that we really only had a little bit of time to prepare for, since they don't have St. Pete yet. But it was crazy. It was slick and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun out there. There was a lot of slipping and sliding around. A couple of good battles out there. You had a good battle with the it was at the Alex Murphy machine, number 30. You guys put on a pretty good show there. We were watching some of that. It's tough to make passes, man, but it is kind of fun to kind of throw it around. Especially my favorite part's the fountain. I don't know about you, but it's just kind of fun racing around the fountain and the way you have to kind of throw it around some of these corners. The rhythm of this track can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the fountain's a good time. Maybe not on old tires as much because you're in first gear and it just wants to slide. But it was good. On that restart, he had hit the wall a little bit in the fountain, and that checked us up. And I was like, oh no. But everything was good. He raced me really clean. I know we made a little contact when I made the pass, but I think he just slipped out and hit my door a little bit. But it was all good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, looked like a lot of fun for sure, man. Another road course. Hey, I kind of had you pegged as one of the challengers tonight for sure. We watched you at Coda in the off season, and you kind of rode around there. You kind of took it easy, and at the end of the race, man, you took off with those newer tires. I knew you were back there probably saving behind Alex Murphy. Was that kind of the plans? Like, I want to save a little bit of tire here. I'll eventually get by once these tires start wearing out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that was my only play. I don't really have short run speed on the road courses, especially in the trucks or Xfinity cars. But I knew I wasn't going to catch Brett. He was about a second faster in practice when we practiced this weekend, and I was just like, "Oh, I can't save tires for that." So yeah, that was pretty much my plan.
Yeah, Nick and him, they were pretty blistering fast out there for sure. But man, another solid finish for you here at the road courses. And another solid finish for the truck championship, man. So congratulations on that. Third place at a new track that we're all kind of learning at. You can't really go wrong with that, man. So I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Alrighty, just shout out to all the guys from work that are watching tonight. They started watching a few weeks ago and get a big kick out of it. So it's a fun time, and then we get to break down the race when I go back to work the next day. So shout out to them, and shout out to Brett. If it wasn't for him, I would have been 2 seconds off the pace and not one. So another good night, and we'll move on to I think Auto Club next week, and hopefully we got some speed there.
Yeah, definitely. Auto Club is going to be fun next week for sure, man. Congratulations once again. Enjoy it. We'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we throw it to our second place finisher, but can't find him in the crowd out here. I don't know where Nick went. Unfortunately, he hasn't shown up quite yet. So we're going to jump ahead, and we're going to go ahead and do our first place interview with our winner tonight, Brett Gardner. Brett, man, congratulations. What a solid, I say a solid run. I don't know that you really raced much of anything out there, man. You just you took out front. You just kept pulling away, man. You were the class of field tonight for sure.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was really fun. Yeah, at the beginning, I was really expecting to. I'll say I definitely got oh my God, what am I trying to say? He kept me on my toes. Murrow did for sure. Like the whole time I was sweating. Like if I make a mistake, he's gonna be there. Like he's not far away. So no, I definitely still felt the pressure. So, but I found out that I really like this combo.
Yeah, I think you knew, like we knew, that Nick was going to be a tough one. He was going to be tough to beat for sure. Took the pole there. It was going to be fast, but man, you were just so consistent lap after lap, hitting your marks. We were able to just kind of slowly pull away. Even after the first stage, those first 10 laps, you got kind of a gap there. Brought you back together. I know you had to kind of sweat there on that restart because that's always when things can happen and can kind of go wrong. But once we got in a rhythm, man, you just continually pulled away there. What's the secret? What's the secret around here to keeping your truck straight and keeping that grip in the truck?
Well, honestly, whenever Murrow took the pole, I started kind of sweating some buckets there, and my game plan moved from pushing for position and pulling away to hoping I can just back as many corners up as possible and set myself up for just success further on in the run. And luckily for me, it just happened to kind of work out sooner than I was expecting to. So, yeah, I mean, really just kind of backing it down more.
Well, it worked out. Whatever you had going for you definitely worked out. Those fears turned out to be unfounded as you ended up with a huge lead there at the end, dominating the field, just showing off here in Long Beach for sure, man. So congratulations on that. I'm going to throw it to Richie, though, and let Richie, Richie has some comments for you.
Well, this is the first time I'm getting to talk to Brett, so I think we're going to throw it out. My question is going to be, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from and how maybe how you got into sim racing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So my name's Brett Gardner. I'm from Northeast Louisiana. I've been sim racing for dang, when did I graduate college? A good about 10 years, I think total now. Started way back in the day with like, Forza and whatever it was called, Project Cars 1 and 2 at the time, and then just gradually got more and more into every game. And eventually I got a big job and was able to afford iRacing. And ever since then I've just been all in on iRacing and all the disciplines. I love it.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, we a lot of us here go way back as well, so it's nice to see somebody come a little bit different path than I think to some of us did coming from the NASCAR 2003 ranks and all that kind of stuff. But it's also kind of fun to see that you got a big job in order to afford iRacing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you definitely
No, for
you
sure.
definitely
So
need
sorry.
it.
Yeah, no, I
For sure.
absolutely, absolutely. Especially when it's like once you get one piece of content, you got to start loading up on the rest of it.
Snowball.
Once you get into it too much, and I was able to justify very easily by just like this is my hobby now, right? So I ain't too pressed about it.
Yeah,
Beats
for
a
sure.
boat. Boats cost too much.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
There's that too.
Always know someone with a boat. Don't be the guy with the boat.
For sure, man. Hey,
Exactly.
well, awesome job out there tonight, man, Brett. Next week we go to Honor Club, and that should be a lot of fun too. Not to jump too far ahead, but you guys ready and prepared for something like that? I mean, the whole season we're finally past the super speedways. We got the road course out of the way. Now we start getting in the meat and potatoes of the season.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I if another little tidbit of information about me, I hate super speedways. I never do well at them, so I'm glad those are
Yeah.
past us now as well. I'm glad we're moving on to the regular speedways. Auto Club, I will say, I feel like I'm gonna struggle with. I'm still trying to get the grips with these the trucks and the new Arrow with like the high speed O's and whatnot. But I feel like we'll have at least something to put up. I just not as confident there as I am with turning right on road courses.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, your first win in the league, first win for Barbecue Motorsports, man. Congratulations once again on the win here in Long Beach. I'm sure there's plenty of places to celebrate around here, so should be a lot of fun. Should be a long night for you and that team, man. Congratulations. I'm going to throw it to you though and let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah. Thanks, Jack. He's team owner and whatnot, so shout out to him. And shout out to my dad if he's watching. If he's not, I'm gonna yell at him later. So.
I hear you, man. Well, congratulations. Good win tonight, man. Awesome run. We'll see you next week as we head out of the club.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, there's your winner tonight, Brett Gardner, getting it done here tonight, putting on a clinic here at Long Beach, and our second place finisher finally showed up. Let's see if we can talk to him. Nicholas Moreau. Nick, you got a copy?
Yes, sorry, guys.
All right, there's your second place finisher, Nick. Man, congratulations tonight. Great run. I knew it was going to be tough out there. A lot of competition out there between you and Brett. But man, he was hard to handle tonight.
Yeah. I don't know him at all, but yeah, he's a great, very nice driver on the road, especially because he didn't any mistakes as far as I know. And it was fast. I didn't have the truck for him. No traction. No, I was tight. I was bad actually. I was not able to catch him.
Well, a bad Nick Moreau finishes in second
Yeah.
spot. I guess it was a terrible night for you, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it's not. No, I take the second place, but as I said, first of all, I didn't even own the track.
Oh,
I bought it. I bought it last Friday actually. So I watched some YouTube videos and just to see how the track looks like. And then I bought it. I learned it, and then I tried to build something to be fast as much as I can. But yeah, I thought I was fast enough, but it looks like not.
well, you were fast enough in qualifying. You did qualify on the pole. Brad even said he was kind of sweating when he saw that. He's like, oh, he's going to be tough to beat. And you guys were really almost a second ahead of some of the other guys in practice. So you definitely your YouTube videos or whatever you were doing was working out, man. So wasn't anything to hang your head on because you were right there in contention with him up front till that long run happened. Like you said, you just didn't see any mistakes out of him, and that's why we were telling him. He just seemed like he was so consistent lap after lap that he just kind of extended that lead.
Yeah, the goal I was the guy I want to beat was me actually. So it was not easy to stay focused, especially when you have to push more hard that I expected. But I knew that the challenge was to save rear tires, and you know, I cannot, I don't know what to say more about, you know.
Well, I listen. It's a challenging track. First time we've ever been here too, in the trucks, and I know everybody was kind of struggling for grip and everything too. So to learn it within a week, man, that's nothing to hang your head about for sure, man. It's a tough track. Everybody was lacking some grip there at the end for sure. We saw trucks slipping and sliding around all around the track tonight.
Oh yeah, the only strategy I had to it was to start on the front because I knew that I don't know how was the race behind me, but um yeah, it was a very tough night, and I would also say, but it's not excuses, but my shoulder is pretty sore right now. I have the right turn was awful, but as I said, it's not excuses, but I had to deal with it.
Got to stick to left. Got to stick to left turns. Get off these road courses so we can get back to the ovals for you, man. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully next week will be better than that. Yeah.
for sure, man. Well, congratulations on the second place finish, man. Solid run here tonight at Long Beach, man. I'm gonna throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, thank you for this year again for you guys, and always fun to be there. And we'll see things transit and Easy Web Pro, a new one on the truck this year, and everyone watching and coming for all the races.
All right, man. Well, there's our second place finisher, Nick. Congratulations. We'll see you next week at Honor Club with left turns only.
Yeah, thank you guys.
There's your second place finisher, Nick Moreau in the 15 truck. And Nick is tough to beat, man. Whenever you can beat Nick, you're doing something. And Brett Casey, Brett Gardner, sorry, getting our Bretts mixed up, Bretts and Brits. When you beat him, you're doing something. And Brett Gardner was able to do something tonight and put his name on the map here.
Yeah, although I really would like to know the YouTube channel that Nick found that made him go so fast.
I want to know about the shoulder. How did he injure his shoulder? But I guess we'll find that out maybe in a later interview. But man, yeah, tonight, what an exciting race tonight here at Long Beach. These guys put on there. We knew it was going to be interesting. Who was going to run up front? Who's going to take position? We saw some great battles, some great passes, some mistakes by some guys that cost them. I mean, Jonathan Atkins coming tonight, he could have picked up a ton of points on Ryan Chapman, who was missing the event tonight. Unfortunately, had an issue in turn one, Tony or Richie. That issue in turn one, he goes straight into the tire barriers, and that ends his night. That's a tough thing to handle after you could have picked up some points here.
Yeah, and he's fallen all the way down to sixth in points and is now 27 points out of the lead. So yeah, it ended up being, instead of being a good night where he might have taken the points lead over, and now he's gonna have to work a little bit harder with 11 more races to go.
Well, with the night of twists and turns behind us here at Long Beach, we've got our super speedways out of the way. We got our road courses out of the way. Auto Club next week should be a lot of fun. You can watch the action right here on Full Throttle Television Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. right here on Full Throttle TV. So that's going to do it for us here at Long Beach. We're going to go check out some of these shops, maybe the aquarium. We're going to do some perusing here in Long Beach. But I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast tonight. We had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. For Nick, for Richie Coy, and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week from Auto Club. Good job.